Listen closely because what I'm about to break down will make you look at the Braxton story very differently. For years, fans believed Tamar and Vincent's marriage ended quietly, but recently, whispers, comments, and insider talk have resurfaced claiming Vincent felt financially drained, unsupported, and even allegedly stripped of money he worked hard for. Nobody expected him to speak, but when a man stays silent too long, the truth brews quietly until it bubbles over. Vincent Herbert, once the powerhouse behind Tamar's career, now appears in conversations exposing hidden tension, money trails, and family secrets fans never saw on camera. The public saw love, success, and laughter, but behind the scenes, financial stress, emotional breakdowns, and loyalty questions allegedly told a much darker story. And if what Vincent suggested is true, Tamar may have walked away with more than just the spotlight. Grab your tea, we're unpacking it. Vincent Herbert was never just Tamar's husband. He was the architect behind her second rise, the man who believed in her voice, her Grammy potential, her superstardom. When they married in 2008, fans saw a power couple in the making. Tamar had the talent, the personality, the fire. Vincent had the label, the industry reach, the business mind. Together, they built a brand, Tamar and Vince. Songs charted, shows renewed, money flowed, fame followed. But money in a marriage where both spouses are public figures is complicated. The world saw glam, but behind it were recording costs, management percentages, reality production, staff payments, properties, medical expenses, label obligations. And slowly, the financial foundation that looked golden from the outside began to crack on the inside. Rumor had it, money became the silent third partner in their marriage. Some insiders claimed Vincent felt he was investing heavily, sometimes more than he received back. Tamar, at her peak, was expensive to maintain. Glam teams, wardrobes, touring, house staff, travel. None of it cheap. And when you manage your spouse, business disagreements become personal wounds. Fans who followed Tamar and Vince remember the tension, heated arguments about deadlines, expectations, stress. Tamar wanted creative control. Vincent wanted business strategy. Two strong personalities, one household, one career, one bank account. And then whispers began circulating online. Comments like, Vincent funded everything. Tamar spent like a superstar before becoming one. He paid for the dream. She lived it. Are these facts? No. But the allegations floated for years. Then came headlines about financial trouble, lawsuits, and settlements. Suddenly, the glamorous couple was publicly entangled in debt claims. Cars repossessed. Providers unpaid. Red carpet replaced with courtroom documentation. And fans asked, where did all the money go? Some say Tamar wasn't managing funds. Others say Vincent handled everything. But one narrative quietly grew. Vincent allegedly claimed Tamar drained large portions of finances. Not in an interview word for word, but in court documents, legal proceedings, and industry chatter. Enough for the Tamar took his money story to take oxygen and catch flame online. Imagine building a career together, only to later feel empty, financially and emotionally. Vincent reportedly felt he gave everything, time, investments, management, support, yet ended with losses instead of gain. Supporters say Tamar took advantages of his resources. Tamar supporters say Vincent mismanaged funds. Truth sits somewhere in the middle, as always in marriages. When Tamar filed for divorce, reports claim finances were messy. A man once guiding Lady Gaga's empire now allegedly facing debts. Fans couldn't understand how a music executive of his level could fall financially unless something went wrong behind closed doors. And that's where the whispers of money loss, betrayal, and regret grow louder. Vincent reportedly said he sacrificed too much. Tamar allegedly wanted lifestyle over budget. Emotional wounds turned into financial scars. The marriage shifted from partnership to pressure. And then Braxton family values exposed cracks, arguments about work ethic, weight, stress, loyalty. Tamar cried often. Vincent shut down. Viewers watched a marriage unravel in real time. But what they didn't see, the financial chaos beneath the surface. Did Tamar loot his money? Not confirmed publicly. But Vincent's actions, legal filings, business collapses, statements about financial pain, suggest he felt taken advantage of emotionally or financially. And heartbreak plus money is a dangerous combination. Some insiders claim Vincent hinted that Tamar walked away shining while he walked away struggling. That he built her empire, but she held the spotlight after leaving him behind. That he poured into her career, only to feel empty when it ended. And Tamar? She denies taking from him. The truth is tangled. Marriages rarely end with one villain. But financial pain leaves long shadows. Fans still debate to this day. Did Tamar drain the finances? Did Vincent mismanage funds? Did both make mistakes? Did love become expensive? And now, Vincent allegedly exposing family secrets isn't just revenge. It sounds like release. A man tired of being silent. Tired of being the villain. Tired of being viewed as the problem while others shine untouched. If Vincent ever speaks fully, the industry will shake. Because a man who saw everything behind the Braxton curtain holds stories that were never televised: money trails, loyalty tests, emotional breakdowns, career sacrifices, backstage truths. And Part 1 is only the beginning. If Part 1 revealed how finances became the quiet fire inside Tamar and Vincent's marriage, Part 2 is where the smoke finally rose high enough for the world to see. Because when money starts disappearing, love starts changing. And when love changes, silence becomes heavy. Heavy enough to break someday. Publicly, Tamar and Vincent looked glamorous. Reality TV stars, red carpets, studios, music awards. But fans noticed small cracks long before the divorce. Their disagreements weren't just about music. They sounded like two people speaking from pain. And in every argument, a shadow hovered: money. Industry insiders whisper that Vincent allegedly felt financially strained from constantly investing in albums, videos, tour expenses, glam, production, while returns didn't match expectations. Music is expensive. A single can cost more than a house. And when you're both spouse and manager, every financial loss feels personal. Meanwhile, Tamar was rising: talk shows, albums, fame peaks. But with fame came cost. Wardrobe, glam squads, stylists, security, travel, thousands weekly. For Vincent, love blurred with responsibility. Support turned into obligation. And if rumors are true, resentment followed. Around the time Tamar and Vince aired, lawsuits started surfacing. Court documents, creditors, settlements. Fans read headlines like, Vincent Herbert sued for unpaid bills. Car repossessed. Financial issues hit power couple. People were confused. How could two successful stars struggle financially? Where was the money going? And more importantly, who was spending? Who was paying? Who felt used? Some say Tamar spent freely, trusting Vincent to handle business as he always did. Others say Vincent made risky business decisions. But one narrative gained traction in fan circles: that Vincent allegedly claimed Tamar's lifestyle drained him. That she walked away with success he helped build while he was left cleaning up behind the scenes. Was it true? Or pain speaking? Only they know. But after the divorce filing, Vincent noticeably faded from the spotlight while Tamar accelerated: new music, talk show deals, headlines, tours, spotlights. Fans started asking, why did Tamar leave strong while Vincent fell silent? Did she walk away with more than love? Was he financially used? Rumors began that Vincent felt he gave everything, emotionally and financially, only to end up wounded and emptied. Not just in wallet, but in spirit. A man who once signed Lady Gaga, now allegedly struggling. A powerhouse producer, now quiet. And silence from a man who knows secrets is the loudest warning. People close to the couple claim arguments over money were intense. Vincent allegedly said he felt unappreciated. Tamar allegedly said she felt controlled. Two truths fighting each other, both right from their viewpoint. Love turned battlefield. Business turned war. Imagine being the one who built your partner's success, but your partner shines brighter than you in public memory. That hurts any ego. Fans loved Tamar loudly. Music fans respected Vincent silently. And silent respect often feels like no recognition at all. That tension could break a marriage. During the final seasons, cameras captured Tamar crying often about trust, about pressure, about feeling misunderstood. But rarely did viewers see Vincent's emotional side. He held things in, spoke less, worked more. But suppressed resentment grows roots, especially when money is involved. After divorce, more financial documents surfaced, properties, child support, alleged debts. Nothing explicitly saying Tamar drained him, but enough to support speculation. Enough to feed online theories that Vincent felt robbed not only of money, but of the marriage he invested in. What made fans suspicious was that Vincent never loudly defended himself. Quiet men don't forget, they wait. Videos later circulated where Vincent hinted about pain, sacrifice, family pressure. He didn't name Tamar negatively, but he also didn't deny the hardship. He said losing his family hurt more than losing money. But he also allegedly implied that financial decisions during marriage damaged him deeply. And that is what leads us into the Braxton angle. Some fans believe Vincent carries stories about the Braxton family that never aired. Business deals, arguments, money loans, disagreements over Tamar's career direction. Many claim he felt like an outsider, a powerhouse in the industry, but treated less than within the family circle. Others claim the family loved him, but tension grew as Tamar changed with fame. That Tamar became more independent, more confident, less willing to be managed by her husband. And Vincent, once in control, struggled to adapt. Marriage turned into manager-client conflict. Love turned into negotiations. Arguments turned into invoices, statements, receipts. Some insiders say Vincent privately expressed that he felt he lost everything: money, wife, peace, and the world blamed him for it. Rumors of cheating scandals, temper issues, weight jokes. He became an easy target. Meanwhile, Tamar posted glamorous content with new energy, new confidence. Did she glow up after leaving him? Yes. Did he fade? Yes. Did that hurt him? Likely. Which is why some believe if Vincent ever truly decided to speak, he could expose secrets about money management, family intervention, how finances flowed, and where Vincent believes it went wrong. Whether true or emotional exaggeration, the story would shake the internet. Because behind every divorce, there is two sides plus the truth. Vincent's side is barely heard. Tamar's side is public, expressive, emotional. But Vincent is not a loud man, he is a strategic one. Quiet now doesn't mean quiet forever. Men who hold receipts don't lose them. And if he ever uncovers them, the Braxton legacy could crack open. Not just Tamar, but sisters, business deals, production contracts, financial roles. Vincent wasn't just a husband. He was inside everything. In rooms where decisions were made. On sets. Contracts. Music deals. Money flow. He knows where the funds went, who approved what, who benefited how. If he speaks, it won't be surface drama. It will be detailed, dated, documented. The internet waits. Because a man who allegedly lost money but holds secrets is the most dangerous narrator in any story. If Part 2 exposed how money became the silent fire under their marriage, then Part 3 is where we dig into the smoke, the whispers around bankruptcy, emotional burnout, and why Vincent Herbert, despite knowing so much, stayed publicly calm. Because one thing about quiet men in pain, they don't shout when they're hurting, they speak when they're ready. And when they speak, it's rarely soft. After the divorce, Tamar moved forward quickly: reality appearances, music work, public confidence. Fans cheered her evolution. But Vincent? He stepped back. No interviews, no messy online fights, no tell-all. Silence. And silence makes people wonder, was he protecting himself or protecting them? Rumor says Vincent never wanted to tear Tamar down publicly because no matter how bad things became, she is still the mother of his child. He loved her once deeply, built her career from the ground up. But behind closed doors, insiders claim he carried resentment, not only toward Tamar, but toward the family dynamic surrounding her. The Braxtons are talented, united, but history shows cracks, business disagreements, emotional clashes, loyalty questioned. Tamar was often in the center. The loud voice, the fire, the spark. Vincent, an outsider to the family bloodline, had to navigate not just a wife, but sisters, expectations, and legacy. Some say he felt outnumbered.
Others say he felt used.
A few even whisper that his loyalty was stronger than what he received in return. When the divorce was processing, the internet watched something interesting. Tamar seemed emotionally expressive, public with hurt, active on social platforms. Vincent stayed quiet, but his financial struggle became loud. Court filings, headline lawsuits, business setbacks. That silence began looking like suppression. A man holding back words he could say but doesn't. And that discomfort alone suggests secrets. Look back. Tamar and Vince showed arguments that hinted deeper wounds. Tamar calling out control, Vincent calling out disrespect, both crying behind closed doors. Scenes edited for television, but real emotions spilling out the edges. And money problems? They rarely stay small. They blow like hurricanes. Documents later suggested financial damage, not necessarily because Tamar stole or Vincent mismanaged, but because decisions were emotional, not strategic. Love-led investments aren't always stable. When a couple fights but shares business, every argument is a budget meeting. Every disappointment is a cost. Every expectation becomes a receipt. And if Vincent later felt Tamar looted his money, it may not mean theft. It may mean he spent everything building her dream, sacrificing his own, until nothing was left. Looting can be emotional, draining, one-sided effort, feeling empty while someone else shines. Sometimes looted means, I gave you everything I had, and I left with nothing. Fans often forget, Vincent didn't just support Tamar. He created Tamar the brand.
Hit songs,
Album deals, show opportunities, image building. It was a partnership, yes, but financially he steered the ship. When the ship sank financially, many believe he felt she walked away with the life he helped her step into. The public never heard him rant, but insiders say he has stories. Real stories. Deep stories. The kind reality TV can't air. The kind divorce papers don't reveal. The kind that could rewrite public perception if released. What could he expose? Not just Tamar, but Braxton family business tensions. Who borrowed? Who invested? Who owed? Who was left unpaid? Who benefited most from Vincent's work? Imagine the money trails, management fees, music royalties, reality income splits, production deals. Vincent was connected to all of it. He knows where money flowed.
He knows who got which check.
He knows the truth behind every rumor. For years, fans speculated Tamar drained Vincent. Others argue Vincent allowed spending beyond income. But either way, someone was losing money. A lot of it. Luxury living isn't cheap. Fame without financial planning collapses fast. And when collapse hits, blame becomes louder than love. Some say Tamar moved financially smarter after divorce, cutting expenses, focusing on new revenue paths. Others claim Vincent got left behind emotionally and financially. And when a man feels both abandoned and empty-pocketed, resentment becomes truth-tinted memory. People close to him say Vincent is patient, but patience doesn't erase betrayal. He held secrets close, perhaps to protect his son, to maintain respect, or to keep bridges unburned. But bridges crack under silence. And when cracks widen, truth leaks. Fans believe his future tell-all could change everything. Because he's the only one who saw Tamar at home, backstage, in the edit room, on good days and breakdown days. He saw the Braxton family dynamics unfiltered, not reality TV-friendly versions. And if he ever sits for a real interview with no label image to protect, the internet won't be ready. Because Vincent suffered quietly. That's the most dangerous pain, the pain unspoken. The man who says nothing during war may speak volumes after. And when he talks, he won't clap back. He will explain, calmly, with dates, with actions, with memories. His truth won't sound petty. It will sound like perspective. And perspective is powerful. Some claim he's been approached by interview platforms already. Others say he rejected multi-thousand-dollar offers to stay classy. But loyalty breaks when trust is broken too deep. And a man who lost money may eventually want closure, not revenge, but recognition. Maybe one day Vincent will say the sentence fans anticipate. Let me tell you what really happened. That sentence could reshape the Braxton narrative. Fans who championed Tamar might pause. Those who doubted Vincent might apologize. Or maybe we will learn both were victims of fame, pressure, and financial miscommunication. Because one truth stands. Two people can love each other deeply and still destroy each other financially. If Tamar looted him, emotionally or monetarily, it means she took more than he could give without returning enough. And Vincent's remaining silence is the biggest clue that truth lives inside him, waiting. And we're closer to hearing it than ever. If Part 3 showed us a man holding pain quietly, Part 4 asks the real question: what happens if Vincent Herbert ever decides to speak publicly? Because silence isn't absence, silence is storage. And a man like Vincent, with access, receipts, deals, paperwork, bank records, contracts, emails, production conversations, knows things social media has only speculated about. For years, Tamar has been the louder storyteller, emotional, expressive, vocal, honest about her pain. Fans heard her side in interviews, Instagram lives, shows. But Vincent's version? It lives behind closed doors, and that mystery gives his potential voice power. There's a difference between someone sharing and someone finally responding. People who stay quiet often tell the most impactful story, not out of pettiness, but because truth unspoken gains value. Imagine Vincent sitting down one day with a major interviewer. Oprah, Breakfast Club, Shannon Sharp, Tasha K, Young Jock, anybody, and saying, "Let me tell my side now." The industry would freeze. Blogs would ignite. The Braxton family group chat would explode. Because whether he's right or wrong, his story still matters. And if that story includes claims that Tamar looted his money, then the context becomes deeper than drama. It becomes a cautionary tale of love, ambition, and financial collapse. But what does looted really mean here? Did Tamar physically take money? Did she overspend believing Vincent could handle it? Did he invest blindly into her dreams and end up drained? Did business become love language until both felt empty? Sometimes looting is not theft, it's emotional extraction. It's one partner giving everything, financially, spiritually, creatively, until they have nothing left to give. Vincent may feel he funded her career, supported her lifestyle, built the brand, opened the doors, and in return lost his stability. Meanwhile, Tamar may feel she invested her talent, sacrificed emotionally, carried pressure publicly, and deserved support. Two truths, one marriage, one fallout. Whether Tamar drained finances or Vincent mismanaged them, the result remained the same. He ended up financially damaged. And that alone makes his side compelling. Let's go deeper. After divorce, Tamar's glow-up continued. Appearances, performances, dating life, TV. Meanwhile, Vincent mostly disappeared from media conversation. A man once behind Lady Gaga's career reduced to whispers. That contrast breaks egos, especially when fans start assuming failure. Maybe he's tired of being the villain. Maybe he's tired of being silent. Maybe he's tired of watching the world assume Tamar was the only one hurt. He may never publicly attack her. He's not that type based on behavior patterns. But speaking truth doesn't require attacking. It requires telling. If Vincent ever chooses to expose secrets, it will likely sound calm, collected, factual, not messy. But the impact? Messy. Because his truth includes money invested, deals negotiated,
Checks written.
opportunities created, sacrifices unseen, nights unpaid. He saw everything: studio arguments, label meetings, family negotiations, breakdowns off camera. And fans know reality shows don't show everything. They show what entertains. But Vincent lived what hurt. He might talk about heavy checkmark how much he spent building Tamar's music career, heavy checkmark what financially broke them, heavy checkmark which family members interfered in business, heavy checkmark what bankruptcy truly cost, heavy checkmark why he stayed silent after divorce, heavy checkmark why he feels taken advantage of. Or maybe Heavy checkmark why he still protected Tamar even after pain. Because sometimes love continues quietly even after separation loudly. That's why his eventual voice feels powerful, not revenge, but release. Now, let's imagine the aftermath. If Vincent exposes, Tamar will respond. She is vocal, emotional, protective of her name. The Braxton sisters will defend her, likely publicly. Media will slice every quote into viral clips. Fans will split sides. Old episodes will be rewatched under new context. Suddenly, every argument from Tamar and Vince will look like foreshadowing. The question isn't if Vincent has secrets. The question is when or if he ever decides the world should hear them. But here's a twist. There's also a universe where Vincent never exposes, where he carries his truth privately, where he keeps his son safe from public chaos, where he chooses class over clapbacks, where secrets remain secrets, because peace is sometimes quiet. Pain can transform a person two ways, into someone who wants to expose, or someone who wants to heal privately. Which path Vincent chooses is his alone. And maybe the reason he hasn't spoken is because his story is still unfinished. Healing is slow. Money wounds heal slower. Love wounds even slower. Maybe he's waiting for the moment his truth benefits him, not breaks someone else. But make no mistake, if he ever opens that vault, the Braxton world will shake. Because Tamar's growth is public. Her pain was public. Vincent's pain was private. Private pain becomes powerful truth when shared. For now, he stays low-key, producing quietly, co-parenting respectfully, rebuilding life. But inside him lives a version of events fans have never heard. And when people ask, why hasn't he exposed the money situation if Tamar really looted him? The answer might be simple. Because not everything true must be told until telling brings peace. Or maybe because he's storing it for the perfect moment, documentary, interview, book, or a sudden reveal that could turn public opinion upside down. Either way. So now that we've broken down Vincent's silence, the money rumors, and the possibility of hidden Braxton secrets, I want to hear from you. Do you think Vincent will ever speak his full truth? Was he financially drained in that marriage, or was it just mismanagement and heartbreak tangled together? Did Tamar really walk away with more than love? Or is this a story of two people who lost each other and the money along the way? Drop your thoughts below. Don't hold back. I'm reading every comment. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit like, tap subscribe, and turn on notifications because this channel goes beyond headlines. We unpack what really happened behind closed doors. More Braxton tea, music industry secrets, and celebrity truths are coming next. Stay locked in. The story isn't finished, and when the truth finally drops, we'll be right here breaking it down together.